What's up, guys? It's John, Gamester81. Today I want to talk about a game that was only available in the French-Canadian part of Canada, Quebec province, that was only available through the late 80s and through the 90s, discontinued 2000s, called Temporel Inc. It is available through a unit called VideoWay. What makes that VideoWay interesting is it was the very first interactive cable box in North America. It was released in 1989 by a company called Videotron, which is their cable provider up there in that area. And what made it unique was through the controller, there was an interactive menu. You could have interactive TV shows. There's also ability to download games temporarily. Kind of think of it like the Sega Channel back in the 90s that we're used to here in the States. So it was cool. You can actually temporarily download games. You can use a controller to control the games. A lot of games were clones. There was a game called Sticks, which is like Quicks. There was a game called Hamburger, which is like Burger Time. But there was Qbert, which was one of the games many of you guys have heard of that was available through the VideoWay. There was also a game called Temporel Inc., which is the game I'm going to talk about today. It's a very unique point-and-click game. It was only available in French, so a lot of people who obviously didn't speak French were not able to play it. And because it was only available temporarily through download, all those who did enjoy it playing growing up do not have the opportunity to go back and play. There was no physical format of this game. So in 2000, Videotron discontinued the VideoWay unit and replaced it with a box called Illico, and it went basically from cable switch from analog eventually to digital. So the whole VideoWay is obsolete. So even if you own a VideoWay unit today, you're not able to play any of the games, unfortunately, today. Temporel Inc. is a point-and-click adventure game. It was only available in French, so was never really translated into English, unfortunately, at the time. But the whole premise of the story is you are this guy who works for a company called Temporel Inc., and they want to send you back to check out the Ice Age 10,000 BC. However, something happens with your ship and you get stuck in time travel and you end up on an Egyptian pyramid, in Egyptian times, of course. And all you have to basically find a diamond in order to collect that diamond and bring it back to your ship to fly off again. So you kind of get stuck. It's kind of reminds me of Planet of the Apes kind of stuff, where you go back in time and get kind of stuck in a time loop. So that's the basic premise of the story. So what I think is really cool is my friend and colleague over at CollectorVision Games, James JF, he grew up in the area of Montreal and Quebec area, and he wanted to port this game for people to play again, for those who didn't get a chance to play. So what we did at CollectorVision Games is we decided to port Temporel Inc. and change the name to Dead Tomb, and now this game will be available very soon for the NES. I'm going to show you some side-by-side screenshots of the two different games. You can see that graphically, we've updated the graphics. The game is now playable in English. So I want to show you some gameplay for now Dead Tomb, which is formerly known as Temporel Inc. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. So here is Dead Tomb playing on an NES. You can see right here at the beginning it mentioned VideoWay Corp, which is kind of a tip of the hat to the classic system by Videotron, which I talked about before. Here's the story, as I mentioned before. There's technical problems, you're going to the past, and you get stuck in Egypt. I do want to give a shout out to those who have worked on this game. JF has helped with the graphics. We have Mark, who's helped with the programming. Ben did the music for this game, and Gary has done with the cutscenes as well, including these. So great work to these guys working on this game. CollectorVision Games, we've been working on Dead Tomb for, I want to say, about 6 to 7 months now. Our goal is to get it out by February, March of 2018 is our goal. And here is the intro screen, the title screen. One thing we like to do is we like to add a lot of Easter eggs within our games because we're a fan of classic games. That's actually an Easter egg for if you ever played Star Tropics. That's a very similar title screen to Star Tropics. So here are kind of in the first room trying to figure out what to do. You have all these different commands. And this game is very challenging. I won't lie to you, but it's very rewarding as well. There aren't really many enemies in the game. You notice here, every time you go between the screen, you go through this pyramid, and it's very cool how it works. But there aren't many enemies. There's some snakes, and there's some other things, but there's multiple ways to die, don't get me wrong. But there's no like enemies walk around in this pyramid. I love these point-and-click games because it makes you think, it gets you kind of to think outside the box, what should you do, various commands. So right here, I'm just kind of watering this plant, and everything you do, every action you have, you should get some type of reward or something to benefit from it. So in this case, I get a fruit, which I'll need later on to unlock something else in the game. So here's back to the menu, kind of pyramid menu. Quite a few rooms. And you're basically parked on the very top of the pyramid. So you have to figure out how to get to the very top in order to do that. Here's an item I need. So I can go and use an item like a shield. Otherwise, if I didn't use a shield, this eye would basically kill me if I took this item that I need. So there is a password system as well. So there's little things throughout the game. You can get a password. So if you do die, you can use your password to continue where you were left off before. I'm a big fan of these Egyptian things, and here's a sarcophagus that you can get into. It transports you to various other parts of the pyramid. The game took me to complete start to finish. If I didn't know where I was going, it took me several hours, about 3 to 4 hours to complete this game. But if you knew where you were going, you knew all the moves, you could speedrun through this within 10-15 minutes. It's one of those. That's how most point-and-click games are, I suppose. We will have more information on our website, CollectorVision.com, with additional details on when this game will be available. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you guys soon, and take care, and game on.